Dear viewers, today we will listen to a true story from Islamic history, a story where the helpless life of a slave eventually became a shining chapter of honor and dignity in history. This is the story of the great companion Bilal ibn Rabah. It is a story that teaches us a powerful lesson. No matter how deep the despair may be, if we trust in Allah, success will eventually come. The harsh desert of Mecca. Imagine the scorching desert of Mecca, burning sand, a harsh society, and the cruel reality of slavery. In that difficult time lived a man of African origin, Bilal. He was the slave of a wealthy leader of the Quraysh. He had no freedom, no rights, and no respect as a human being. But one day, something happened that changed his life forever. He heard the message of the oneness of Allah, the message being preached by Muhammad, peace be upon him. The light of this truth touched his heart. Bilal accepted Islam. But from that moment, the most difficult test of his life began. When Bilal's master discovered that he had embraced Islam, he became furious. Bilal was dragged into the burning desert. He was laid down on the scorching sand under the blazing sun. A huge, heavy stone was placed on his chest. The sand was so hot that even standing on it was nearly impossible. His master shouted at him, "Leave Islam!" But from the lips of that helpless slave, one word kept echoing again and again, Ahad, Ahad, which means Allah is one, Allah is one. His body was becoming weaker. At that time, the great companion, Abu Bakr, may Allah be pleased with him, witnessed this cruel torture. Seeing this heartbreaking scene filled his heart with pain. Without hesitation, he approached Bilal's master and bought him. Then he set him free. The slave who had once been tortured on the burning sands of the desert became a free man. A voice that reached the sky. Time passed. Islam slowly began to grow stronger. In Medina, a new Muslim society was established. One day, a very important responsibility had to be given, the responsibility of calling the believers to prayer. And the person chosen for this honor was none other than Bilal. He became the first Muezzin in the history of Islam. The same voice that once cried out in pain now echoed across the skies of Medina with the call of the Adhan. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Lessons from this story. This true story teaches us several powerful lessons. 1. Difficult times never last forever. 2. Trusting in Allah always opens new doors. 3. Patience and faith can turn humiliation into honor. 4. After the darkness of despair comes the light of hope. Dear viewers, if you ever face hardship, failure, or despair in your life, remember the story of Bilal. From a tortured slave, he became one of the brightest stars in Islamic history. Because he knew one truth: when you trust in Allah, no suffering is ever wasted.